We've talked about the clone, but we have not talked about the OG. Strap up, guys. We got to give some credit where credit's due. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the late evening. Listen, there's a fragrance here in my collection. Let me grab it. From the house of Lattafa, we have made no short mention of this fragrance right here, Sacrat. But it's a clone. There is an original OG that this will never top. This will only walk in the shadow of. And that is Acqua Di Gio's Profumo OG, which that fragrance is cloning. We got to give it its props, guys. I don't even know how I skipped over giving props to the OG, but that all ends today. Let's go ahead and throw this on the test strip and talk about why I love this fragrance. Guys, Acqua Di Gio, there are some players in the NBA where you see a silhouette of them and you know who they are. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Allen Iverson, Steph Curry. You know, you can see their shadow and you know who they are. I can smell, and anyone can smell the air when Acqua Di Gio is in the room, and you know it's Acqua Di Gio. It doesn't matter if it's Profondo, Profumo, OG, whatever. The DNA of the marine aquatic profile is so signature with this line. You always know when someone's wearing it. The variations throughout the years have been beautiful. They stick to the core of the DNA and they give it nuance. When you have a winning formula, why switch it up, right? The note that really, I think, puts Profumo in the category of best fragrance out of the line and of all time in the Acqua Di Gio line is the note of incense. Who would have thought that fresh, watery marine aquatic would need incense and could complement incense? But it does. And that's the distinct note, I think, that makes this such a signature masculine fragrance. Take a look at this real quick. Up top, we have C notes, bergamot. In the mid, we have rosemary, sage, and geranium. Just a floral masterpiece. And in the base, we simply have incense and patchouli. Guys, how does this simple DNA get so much signature? I don't know, but I remember as a kid wearing so much Acqua Di Gio, the original, okay? Frothy or frosted glass, Gio Armani. I probably went through about 2 bottles. I was one of those kids where when you got the buy one, get the second one half off, I said, give me 2 of Acqua Di Gio now. And I proudly wore it every single day to school. This is before I knew what any season, any reason was. Any fragrance I had was any season, any reason, but I only had like 2 or 3 fragrances. You guys know this. I had my Marc Jacobs. I had Acqua Di Gio Armani. I had Versace Dreamer. There were probably a couple other ones, but I was mostly wearing, Axe body spray and stuff like that back in the day. But I really shied away from really going all in on that trend because I had fragrances like Acqua Di Gio that were just getting me so much use case, and that was a beautiful thing. Now that I've grown up and I've matured, I can appreciate how something as simple as incense to this fragrance has really upscaled the manly quality of this fragrance. It still has the core DNA, like I said, but you very distinctly get this slightly dark touch on this very distinct, reminiscent Gio Armani sea, marine aquatic, aromatic, slightly floral, fresh DNA. You've heard Jeremy Fragrance say this time and time again. Acqua Di Gio Armani Acqua Di Gio Profumo Profondo OG is one of the most versatile fragrances of all time that is a signature fragrance. It still carries that with a new freshness on this slightly dark take. it still maintains its freshness, its wateriness, its versatility with how floral and fresh and aromatic it is. But that incense brings the seduction to the fragrance, where it kind of assumes the position of being more classic Gio Armani in certain vibes and weathers, in high heats or whatever. But then indoors and in dark settings, you get that dark, incensey draw, that resinous, but still very much fresh incensey vibe. And it's just so masterful. Sacrat did a phenomenal job. I'm not going to lie to you. You don't need Profumo. Profumo is very hard to find. If you have Sacrat, you are absolutely fine. However, it is not 10 out of 10 completely. It's there. It's getting you a ticket to the dance. But the incense and water note here is just that much more denser, richer, realer. It gets 3D. It gets 4D. Sacrat has a level of 2D-ness to it where it captures the core DNA and tries to go towards the incense route. Comes up a little bit short, but it's copying a world-renowned DNA. It works. It still has majority of the fragrance, still masterful in my opinion. But Profumo comes to life. I smell like I'm near the water. I smell a little bit of that burning heat of the incense. I can smell the flowers in the wind brushing up against the floral notes and that rosemary and that citrus. It just takes shape. It gets round. Performance is similar. Guys, who cares about performance? Everyone should smell Profumo in their lifetime. You won't forget it. You will not forget it. This is a silhouette fragrance. You'll never forget this DNA, and you will seek it in some way, shape, or form. And thankfully, you don't have to be a millionaire to get there. You can get it cheap. You can get it expensive. If you can get your hands on an original Profumo, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? But you have to smell this at least once. It is an absolute megastar of a fragrance. Any season, any reason, good, little bit above average, maybe average longevity. You can coat it up. You can go 4 to 5 sprays, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 9 to 10. I don't care. The fragrance is awesome, and it's a fresh fragrance. You can go ham with it, or you can go light. Occasions. You will be a seductive casual man wearing it out for errands. Somebody's going to think you're just a rich guy that had to go shopping. Your assistant couldn't do it for you. It could be seductive date night, masterful date night fragrance on the beach, cold weather. They're going to want to get cozy with you. At school, even though it's a little bit dressed up for school, it's so pleasing. You get a pass. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep this episode short just to say that, man, Acqua Di Gio Profumo it easily sits in top 10 best fragrances of all time to me. It might make a strong case for top 5 just off of versatility alone. Use case. Something that every single day, no matter the weather, the time of day, the season, you are excited to pick that bottle up and spray down. For that alone, that just speaks so much to what makes a fragrance top 10, top 5, etc. Get your nose on it, guys. It's absolutely phenomenal. Don't just stay at Sacrat. If you could smell the original, it will just light up your day and just give you so much appreciation for different note profiles and just the appreciation for how such a simple DNA can just stand out with such signature. No one can hold a candle to the marine aquatic like this fragrance. Let me know if you guys have this fragrance, if you strongly agree or strongly disagree. We've got people from all sides of the spectrum. And I hope you guys have a blessed week. This is the Scent Bubble. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're dropping content every single day for your viewing pleasure and to give you guys resources. We do giveaways. I point you to different resources for discounts. We educate. and we play game shows. We do it all. We try to have fun here, bring a different spin to the content creation community in FragCom. But anyways, you guys have a great week. Love y'all. Peace.